Season 11. Joining me, that is not an illusion. That is Coach Elrod. He is sitting in for Coach Mann. Coach Mann off watching Judson play tonight in Seguin, so he's getting able to watch his son play. And so Coach Elrod has graciously stepped in to answer all the questions. So all the questions we have during the live stream that were asked of situational things, Coach Elrod said, bring them on. I'll answer all of them. And we're going to let loose. We're not going to do that.
Fire away.
Fire away, he says. Not the head coach, right? So
I just got the assistant title.
Assistant title, right? Assistant head coach.
I'm the bus driver. I just drive the bus.
Drive the bus. And he also flags down airplanes in his spare time. So those signals on the sideline, sometimes if you see Coach
gang member.
Yeah, it's that's actually part of the whole system. But we'll talk about that here in just a minute. Coach, we appreciate you joining us and filling in. We always love the fact that Coach Mann's able to get away and watch when Jace was playing, and now Judson playing, so it's always good.
Yeah, special time for him.
Yeah.
Get to see his oldest son coach, and his youngest son gets to play college football, so it's pretty cool.
Crazy?
That's awesome.
That is just...
I've been telling Jay since he was like 5 years old he's going to be my boss someday. Hopefully he'll hire me.
Hopefully.
I got to do a good enough job for his dad. Maybe he'll see something.
Hopefully there you go. Got to make sure you have job security, right?
I hope so.
So
I know how to work a clock.
Yeah.
I'm CDO certified. I can drive a bus and work a clock.
He's already
might not be able to coach receivers, but I can do the other stuff.
Well, we're going to talk about a lot of things today. We're going to talk about players of the week as we get closer to the end of the show. We're going to talk about the upcoming opponent, Killeen Chaparral, which is a Thursday night game this week. So if you can't make it out to Gupton Stadium Thursday night, you can catch it here on the A to Z Sports Media YouTube channel. We appreciate Phil and Travis filling in last week. They did a great job on the broadcast, holding it down, the executive producer, Cody Franks, and the whole A to Z Sports Media team. While I was away, I told them I get to sign a one-day contract and retire with dignity before they take it away from me. Yeah. It's kind of what they do in the pros,
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah, so who knows? I might just be on the sideline down there with Coach Elrod doing some signals. Who knows what? Yeah, I got to work on that.
I don't know what I'm calling half the time either.
They could just be the dummy calls, really.
Hey, there you go. We can get some green hats, orange hats, blue hats.
I already got a plan worked out.
Heck yeah.
They'll probably put me to work, though. Joanna and Gabby be down there. Like, you're not standing down there just throwing up signals. You got to get a camera and go to work. So, but we appreciate those guys covering last week. And probably what you would probably say, and Coach Mann would probably say, probably the best second half of football that we've seen from the Rouse Raiders this season.
Yeah. I mean, if we hate, the moral victories, but if you were comparing halves, we definitely brought it to them, won the second half, and showed our kids showed that they can play with anybody, and so that was really fun to see. Yeah,
because I'm gonna be honest with you, I turned it on, it was 28-7, and I thought, here we go. And then you start watching the second half, and it was just that grind, the culture, the Rouse Raider mentality, and that's something I talked to Phil after the game, and he says, the one thing I see and you probably know this, Sonny, and I said, yeah, I'm 13 seasons of calling Rouse Raider football. I know Rouse Raiders are never going to get up regardless of what the score is. And they came back. And, of course, you look at it, and the moral victories are there. But I don't think anybody in the state looking at that game and knowing Jet Walker's on the other side that had 2,351 yards rushing and 37 touchdowns last season on the ground is a man out there. And it's tough to bring down. But
he's bigger than my dad.
Yeah. He is.
He's a large kid.
He is,
big old legs.
Yeah, he's big, and he loves contact.
He does. He looks for it.
Yeah.
He looks for it.
And so, I mean, had credit to Georgetown. They had a good game plan, but I think the credit has to go as well to the Rouse Raiders in coming back in the 35-33 loss. We could talk about, okay, backs against the wall. Coach Mann's like, well, maybe not. There's a lot of things that happen and can happen in this district that have happened. So right now, Eastview and Georgetown are playing this week in the battle of undefeated. So both of them at 3-0, which is probably a surprise.
Big surprise, yeah.
For Eastview
Good for Eastview.
Be at 3-0 to beat Cedar Park, to beat Lake Belton. They did get Lake Belton after Rouse played them, so I think Rouse softened them up quite a bit. They had a Rouse hangover, and Eastview took advantage of that, so they're opportunistic. But I think in looking at it, and we get to look at it, I know you guys look at it, look at all the different scenarios and stuff. I think once you start looking at this is kind of almost what happened similar to last season. We had to make that run to get into the playoffs. A lot of things can happen still. There's still 4 games left, and I think it's all about this week, right?
Absolutely.
Against Chaparral.
Yeah. We can't, we can talk about all the scenarios. We know we got to win out. We got to do it, but it starts Thursday. We got to beat Chaparral. We got to get back on track. I mean, we're the best 2-4 team in the state of Texas right now because we play everybody. We're strong. We just got to continue to fix the little mistakes that we keep popping up. And I mean, offensively, defensively, special teams, all 3 phases got to be on the same page. And we're working our tails off. Kids are working hard. We're working hard. And it's going to come together. And it got to come together this Thursday. And we got to make that run.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is, and Coach Mann and I talked about that. I don't think it's anything about effort. It's never been that way.
No, our kids are great. They're working their tails off.
It just comes down to execution, and you know as well as I do, you see it at every level. You saw it this past weekend at every level, right? Executing and not executing, and teams beating other teams that weren't supposed to be. It's the game, right? And that's why it's being played. And so I think, again, we'll talk about Chaparral coming up on Thursday as we start winding. We're over halfway through the season already, Coach. Another season.
Wow. Yeah, it always feels like it takes forever to get here, and then July hits, and you go through all the phases, and before you know it, I would like to say it's getting cold, but it's not.
No.
But yeah, we got a month left, and
guaranteed
month
4
left
games.
of guaranteed football left.
Yeah,
so.
Guaranteed 4 games. But what also is guaranteed is the sponsors. We appreciate the Rouse Raider Football Booster Club for all that they do. I know I'll have another production this week as we're home against Gupton, so they'll be out in full force. Make sure you support them, but also support the sponsors: Lone Star Paving, Mercy Veterinary Hospital and Pet Resort, Hargrove Roofing and Construction, Raising Cane's, Mode Design Company, Dave's Ultimate Automotive, Carlson Law Firm, Cedar Park Toyota, 911 Pool Care, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, ROI Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Whitestone Fine Jewelry, Culver's, Sewell Jaguar Land Rover, Spencer Wheelwright, Joris General Contractors, 22 Yards Austin, Southside Barbecue, and Grand Donuts, the academic sponsor, and of course the host of Inside Raider Nation, REDHORN Brewery and Roastery. The best way to thank those sponsors is to go by and visit them and buy their goods or services. That's the best way to support them because they're supporting Rouse Raider football this 2025 season, as well as helping out get Inside Raider Nation up on the air.
That's so cool to have that list like that. I mean, that shows you how what we're doing is good because people want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Raider community definitely behind
huge.
these guys.
Yeah.
And we're asking them to show up again, Raider Nation, on Thursday, 7 o'clock. Gupton, we'll talk about that here in just a minute. We're going to jump into some highlights here, and we're going to start on the defensive side, I believe is where we're going to start. Defense wins championships, right, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. I love defense. I love when they get the ball back to us for sure.
Yeah. So this one here, again.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do right there. Like we just talked about, Jet's a large kid, and to be able to come in there and tackle him behind the line of scrimmage is not something people do very often. And to be able to fit that, that's huge. That's a big confidence builder because that is, like I said, that is not a small kid.
Yeah,
that's a Saturday kid.
Yeah.
And we made some good tackles on him.
Ethan Wallace did a good job getting off of his block. And this one, again, is just when you look at it, they try to get the passing game going, throwing it deep there, and of course Tyler Simpson stepping in.
Really stepping up. Yeah,
he had a good game this week, as well as Elijah Carprew and some of those guys. But again, Miles Burrell holding it down on the outside, shut down corner guy. But that's good play right there.
The pressure coming too. I mean, they open the gap, we're filling the hole, open window, go, and then the pressure calls on off the row, and then we're right there for a big play opportunity.
And big number 15 here with the cowboy collar on. I like to see that.
Yeah, that was a cool look.
Finds that right there. I mean, you can just watch him there, and you'll see it from the end zone.
He tackles legs better than, obviously being a small guy, you got to learn your leverage, but he tackles legs. Once he gets on you, it's hard to get that guy off, and that's another big tackle on a good running back right there. That's not easy to do, especially when that guy's twice your size.
To try to seal him off, but Reed knows that. I mean, he's a wrestler.
He's a wrestler. He does all of it.
Yeah,
that's a nice play.
And this again, we talked about Jet Walker, and he's on track for another big year. But again, looking for contact, and just how many people are getting to the football?
Man. Yeah, you big kid. Reed just showed you can tackle him by himself, but man, it's a lot easier when your buddies are helping you out, and that was definitely 11 people to the ball.
Yeah,
another one, sticking, getting behind the line of scrimmage, tackle those legs.
Yeah, and he did get his yards. I mean, he did get some chunk yardage, and that's part of it.
Yeah,
but
not only is he a big kid, he's fast too.
Yeah,
so he got his yards.
Guy. This one here.
This is fun. This is a great job by, I think that's Reed right there, obviously knowing that he's not going to, or Grayson, knowing he's not going to get the sack. So he jumps up high in the air, closes that lane, and then we're right there to fill it with making the sack on the guy. That's a huge, you're not get there, take away that, pull it down, and boom, we're right there to make that tackle. That's a high IQ football play. You don't get a lot of stats on that, but that's a big play right there.
Yeah, and this one here, you got a ball hawk in the back and a super sophomore. We've talked about some of those sophomores. You're going to get to see it here.
This is huge.
Not anywhere to go. Good pursuit. Everybody's covered. He just threw it up.
Just throw it up. Stay with your guy. I mean, that's hard because you see that guy scrambling and your instincts say, I want to come tackle him, and he just found his guy, fed in the window.
I will say when I watched this, it did remind me of John Mateer throwing the interception to the Texas Longhorns.
I know you. That's a sore subject for you. I know you're unfortunately an OU fan. we 2/3 of the time we get along.
Yeah, we do. And then again here, we talked about how good Jet Walker was, but the offensive line too is one of the bigger offensive lines that you faced.
Big old strong kids.
Yeah, but right there you see Tyler Miller, you see Mark Hall, you see Reed, Ethan Wallace, and doing their job.
Georgetown always has great-looking kids year in and year out. And I thought looking at them on film, on paper, and seeing them in person, this is probably one of their better offensive line, better group of kids that they've had from just the appearance standpoint. Our kids played hard. I mean, they didn't back down. They didn't get scared.
Yeah.
And they fit and did with their responsibilities. And it's beautiful when they do what they're coached to do and fit and fly and give the offense a chance.
This is a good one here. And on the pass breakup by Elijah Carprew, he's had some tough games and some tough sledding this season and been picked on a little bit. But here he comes up big on this one and just, doing exactly what he needed to do, but making that tackle there. Of course, you kind of probably wish he wouldn't have kept talking.
Wish he wouldn't stop talking, but, the luck aroused, sometimes we get those calls and, we're always super cautious because we know that, people do that to us and it's referees don't call anything. We sometimes blink an eye wrong and we get a call against us.
Yeah,
so.
And of course they're trying, Jet Walker with a Wildcat, and that didn't work. Again, he's got Cowboy Reed there.
Yeah, I love that cowboy collar on him. He looks tough.
I wonder if he thinks that makes him play tougher. We'll have to ask him.
It showed, man. Whatever you got to do. Once again, many hats to the ball, tackling a big old kid.
A little Ray Lewis tribute right there at the end
Ray
of the play.
Lewis, yeah. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, Reed, I just wish you would turn to the camera and we get a good shot of that. But
once again, in the backfield, look at all the pursuit. All those guys coming.
Yeah.
Celebrate, having fun. That's what it's about. We have momentum in our favor. We're doing great things. Defense is making plays. And you could tell it's one of those ones you feel like you wish you had about 5 more minutes on the clock because the momentum was definitely in favor of the Rouse Raiders. And the defense was playing well, and that kid was going backwards. I thought the referees gave him a really good spot on that.
Yeah.
But he was spinning out and trying to make plays, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. This is a great play in special teams on kickoff too. I think this is Tyler Casella's play coming down on kickoff once again, tackling tackling Jet here. That's not an easy thing. Little sophomore flying down the field, not scared of anything.
And Tyler giving up a little bit in the height and weight category there against Mr. Walker.
I mean, that's a fast kid. That's fitting your lane, staying on, and then tackling legs. That's a big play right there. That's not easy to do. Tyler made it look easy right there, but that is not an easy thing. If you ever had to go tackle somebody, that is not a. He has full speed, momentum, and those are some big old squads that about to hit you real hard.
Yeah. Again, you get to see the wide angle again. Execution, they're going to have it set up, and it's again staying in your lanes on the backside.
Understand that you are the backside, can't cross face, and he's right there where he needs to be.
And then, of course, we got to show the other end of it, the kickoff return, which I think has been, and we talked about it off air, has been really good this season from the fact that teams aren't kicking to you because of the big returns that you guys are getting now.
Yeah, you look back there and you see Miles, you see Auburn, you see Peter, Leo. You see kids we haven't, been to, every time they've kicked it to us, I think we've averaged 40, 45 yards per return. Yeah. And then so people just pooch it to pooch it to Ike, pooch it to Jolly. They haven't tried Josh yet, so I'm assuming that's coming this week.
That's probably,
but, I mean, we'll take the ball in the 30, 35 each time on a pooch. That's fine.
Yeah, here you get a better angle. That wide angle is for those that like to see little dots moving around on the field.
And the thing about this unit, they take a lot of pride. This is an offensive play, and we sell it. We sell it that, hey, we're getting yards right here. So these guys, they're fitting their spots, they're fitting their lanes. They know their assignments. They take a lot of pride. You can see in the front line, those guys coming down and running full speed, and you gotta brace up and then run your feet. And those guys are doing it. And then of course there's a hard run. Yeah. Peter, not the biggest guy, another wrestler, just bouncing off of tackles, wiry, makes people miss.
That's a good thing there is wiry. And this right here, again, we've talked about it, and I think Phil and Travis talked about it on the air too, is the Christian McCaffrey look-alike right here.
Yeah, we try to find as many ways to get that guy the ball as we can. Playing quarterback last week, playing running back, playing wide receiver. And the cool thing about Tim, he gets all these touches, but he's the best blocker out there on the perimeter. That guy will go block for his teammates, and that's huge. A little wrinkle we put in a couple of weeks ago, try to get on the outside real quick, and you see Gavin and them, Fredo out there blocking for him, understanding angles and what we're trying to do, and that it looks easy, but that's really not an easy play to do.
Man, old school 1985, going back right here, I formation, a fullback, just tailback, just hand it off.
Little tush push.
Yeah.
Little tush push. Yeah.
Old school.
Looking for that bubble, and it's one of our many goal line packages we have.
Quarterback under center.
Under center.
Man.
Power eye.
Power eye.
You got a little push from the old school halfback, pushing the fullback into the end zone.
There you go. Coach Elrod digging deep for that one.
Showing my age a little bit, I guess.
A little bit.
But you can see right here, once again, we talked about Auburn a second ago. He's now lined up in the backfield. And cool thing is you go to the wide angle, you see the coaches trying to point and get people over there. And Auburn, Tony leaning up for Auburn and Line doing a great job right here. Just kick out block by Jolly. Little sill block, not big block by Tony, but just enough. And then Auburn using that speed and hitting the edge. Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, they really talked about. I mean, he's having a breakout season if you look at it statistically. And I know you want the wins, and like you and I both said, it's not about moral victories. I think it's more so about the whole team and kind of where they're at. But scratching the surface, and we talked about how many yards you guys are producing on the offensive side, and you can see they're moving the ball here against good Georgetown team. And I'm sure. Yeah. What are you thinking at this point? Just in all honesty, what are you thinking when he does this?
Just can find ways to do that. I always laugh with London. He makes plays. I hate when he does this because my part of it, I'm like, man, we got all these things. Hit this zone, do this, do that, and then he makes these unscripted plays that
the cameraman can't keep up with him.
This is what's making this young man special. You can't tame that Mustang too much, right? Yeah. You got to let him do his thing. The great thing is the receivers are on the same page. He wants to scramble to throw, and we've learned that, and they're trying to find those zones and make those plays.
Oh, this is something.
This is a fun play, man.
Yeah, we were glad to see that. Again, is a screen game, and there's so many different variations that teams do, and I think having to come up with those different variations because teams go, okay, right here in this set, this is what's going to happen 9 times out of 10.
So yeah, obviously we are well aware of our tendencies on offense, and you do that to an extent on purpose because you have step 2 coming up, and so they were over adjusting to a lot of our sprint out game, and we knew that. And you saw several times through that screen or even a couple of the sprint draw stuff that we put in that you got to now play disciplined football again as we finish off this next few games. Once again, another off-scripted play. They jumped into a zone look. We thought they were going to be in man in this situation. They jumped in the zone. London doesn't panic, finds work, and then at the very end, if you see Auburn realize he's not about to get the ball, he goes and starts driving those feet, opens that gap, because that corner, if he doesn't block him, he just gets selfish, and I didn't get the ball for a touchdown. London's getting hit, but you see him blocking a really good corner and opening up that gap for him.
It just gives you another weapon on the offensive side, right? You get in the red zone, and you're like, okay, who are they going to try to stop? And again, always eyes downfield. That's what we've been seeing is, London always scrambling. But looking down the field.
Unscripted play off top, or whatever cliche term you want to use, but he finds Tony, and they always seem to be on the same page. Tony realizes, hey, something's wrong. And then you see us not trying to, blindside block, but just get in the way, getting extra yards. That was I think that was a third down play too. That was third and 8, if I remember right.
And this one here, again, we keep talking about these receivers and stepping up, and you've seen these guys mature this season, but this catch right here in traffic.
3 people around him. I mean, that young man.
That's concentration.
He does the dirty work.
Yeah.
He has a lot of catches, but a lot of his catches are not easy catches, and that's not anything. That's down the field. We were joking in the coaching offensive room that our best protection right there is what we call watch. We roll out, and then you saw him. Peter makes a catch, but Alfredo was open. We had several people open, and so let's make it dramatical. Let's throw it to 3 people and make the catch. It's awesome. Great thing about that play is if they made a play, then we get another one, we get the first down. That was 3rd and 5. So that was really, really refreshing play. This play is really special. I don't know if you guys knew this. London drew this play up on the sideline. London drew this play up on the sideline and said, hey, they're giving us this. And I said, all right, we'll put it in.
Yeah.
That's how much his teammates believe in him. That's how much we as a staff believe in him. And then for him to be able to paint that ball between those 2 safeties and that young man make that catch right there, that's how special this group is. So big credit to London because he came immediately to the sideline and said, hey, Coach, let's put this in. Can we put this in? And I was like, yeah, I trust you. Let's do it.
Yeah. You see it here when we start slowing it down. Right here, as soon as he releases it, the window, he has to put that in there.
That's a special play.
Yeah. But that's the concentration, again, by the receivers, to be able to, there's hands all in the way, and you're thinking, I've got to catch it.
Yeah, I like to say we took credit for that, but that is that young man and those 2 young men making that play.
I just want to know, do I get credit for this one?
I'll give you credit.
Okay. But, I've been lobbying for the tight ends all season long.
We've been working this play since July.
Yeah. Oh, so. I'll take the credit.
We'll give you credit for it.
I've been telling them, my headset doesn't work all the way down to the field. But I've been lobbying for it, and it caught Ike by surprise. He didn't know how to celebrate. So that tells you, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
That's awesome. Those tight ends, they're working. Jolly doing a lot of the hard work. He first thing out of his mouth is, when is mine coming? We're working on it.
Yeah,
we're working
like
on
Jake Ferguson with the Cowboys. And
absolutely.
Now right? Now they got something else to look out for, right? So now Chaparral's got a plan for that side of the ball as well. But
once you think you have the Rouse Raiders figured out, there's always something coming.
There's always something. That's the beauty of the chess game that goes on between 2 teams. So, Coach, we're up against the first break. We're going to take a break, and then I believe we're going to talk to some of those
wide receivers
that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
So we'll bring a couple of those guys up here, talk to them, and we'll have more from REDHORN Brewery and Roastery inside Raider Nation. We'll be back right after this.
At Mercy Veterinary Hospital, we treat your pets like family. From the moment you walk in, you're greeted with a smile and a compassionate team. Our experienced technicians handle your pets with the care they deserve, and our veterinarians truly listen, advocate for your pet's health, and provide expert medical care. We offer everything from routine wellness and vaccines to internal medicine, soft tissue and orthopedic surgery, spays and neuters, dental procedures, and breeding support. Mercy Veterinary Hospital, compassionate care, expert medicine, and a team who truly cares. Call us today or visit our office off Ronald Reagan Boulevard in Leander.
Welcome back to Inside Raider Nation. Joining me now, a couple of the Rouse Raider football players. And it starts as soon as the mic comes on. We're going to let the young man on the end. We'll start with you. First and last name, position, number.
My name is Auburn Davis. I'm number 4, and I play wide receiver.
Okay.
And I'm Gavin Gasson. I'm also a receiver. I'm number 3.
All right. Senior and a junior. Christian McCaffrey look like. I'm telling you, it's still Christian McCaffrey to me. So you all right with that?
Yeah, I think that's a compliment. So
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Okay. You just got to keep playing just like him, and you'll be all right.
Yes, sir.
All right, Gavin, we're going to start with you. Some serious questions, right? You guys wanted the math and science questions, right, Auburn? No? No?
Heck no.
No? Okay. We'll stay away from those. But I want to ask you a question, both of you. You can answer first, Gavin, since you're the senior. How tough is it to manage athletics, academics, and then your social life during football season? Like, how tough is it, and how do you deal with that?
Oh, well, I mean, I feel like the only thing that's tough is just sleeping. You have to wake up so early in the morning, and so it's kind of tough to get out of a 3-hour-long practice and then go to class, and you're trying to stay awake, and you're trying to focus, and you want to go home, and all you want to do is just go to sleep. So, I mean, that's the only thing that's really tough is just being tired.
Yeah. So, not much of a social life, right? Auburn?
Yeah, I would say the exact same thing. Second period, sixth period, that's when it hits
hits
me,
you.
and I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's the only part. Definitely after school, take like an hour and a half nap.
Okay.
And then try to go to bed early, but
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, we know. You're up late. Right. What's the one app on your phone? If we open that phone up, what's it going to go to?
definitely Snapchat.
Snapchat? All right, Gavin, what about you?
TikTok.
TikTok? Making TikToks? Oh, okay. I was going to say, we're going to have to have a talk.
I don't make no
Just
TikTok.
entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Just to see how silly some people are on TikTok, right? Like,
It's addicting.
yeah. All right. Favorite athlete of all time? Auburn. Got one?
I'm going to say Tyreek Hill because he's small, but he's fast.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like me, I'm small. You're going
Yeah.
against all these big guys, and just kind of amazing to see someone almost like 5'10" in the NFL playing. So
Yeah.
I would say him.
Okay. What about you, Gavin?
Well, I mean, I'm a Cowboys fan, so I'd say CD Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. Hopefully he gets back this week. Cause good gosh, they need some help. It's been tough, hasn't it? It's been tough being a Cowboys fan. It really has. I've been a Cowboys fan all my life, and yeah, I don't know that. Maybe in your lifetime they'll win a Super Bowl, but we won't talk.
Hopefully.
About it. Hopefully, yeah. We can always hope and pray. Every season we're high expectations, and then Jerry Jones does something like get rid of Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
Anybody will know that's not a good move. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. Favorite college team, Auburn?
Texas Longhorns, hook 'em.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
Texas.
Man, Texas.
Of
Two
course.
of them up here.
Of course.
After the butt whooping that they put on OU. Yeah, you had to be happy about Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah? You know, OU hasn't scored a touchdown in 3 games against Texas, right?
Oh, yeah, and I love it.
Last 3 games.
We're going to
So you know what's coming next year, right?
No touchdowns for them.
No touchdowns. Unless they get it. Yeah, I don't know. Defensive coordinator at Texas, guy must be a guru. I don't know because he's been dialing that up. It's bizarre to me. All right, you ready for the tough questions?
Yep.
You said chemistry, right? And trigonometry?
No.
No. Favorite subject in school? What would it be?
I mean, well, right this year, English.
Anytime. English?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it's so easy.
Ah, that's why. All right. What about you, Auburn? Favorite subject?
For this year, definitely environmental systems. It's
Okay.
a science, but it's literally the easiest class. Like today, I had a warm-up, and that's the only thing we did. So
Okay.
it's just
Well, I would say, gentlemen, enjoy it because you know when you get to the next level when you're at college, it's not going to be easy.
I bet.
Yeah, it just gets harder, right? Which plans after high school?
Well, I want to be a lineman.
Okay.
So I'm going to probably go to a trade school, either ACC or TSTC. Get my
Nice.
certificate, try to be a lineman.
There you go. I like it. Man with a plan. What about you, Auburn?
right now, hopefully play college football, but my backup plan is to go weld. So
Man, 2 guys
Yeah.
that are going to be rich. Either way, both of you. Always good to have people like that. Know some trade, right? Know skill. rather than just going to school and wasting mom and dad's money, right? And partying it up. All right. Would you rather, Auburn, have a third ear or a third eye?
Where would the third eye be? Would it be
Anywhere. Could be anywhere. Oh, you'd like one in the back of your head, wouldn't you? You're thinking, I can just see behind me. And
I mean, a third eye wouldn't hurt.
yeah, okay. All right. Would you, Gavin, rather have a pet dinosaur or a pet dragon?
Dragon.
A dragon.
So I
Not
can
a
fly.
dinosaur? Like T-Rex?
I mean, that'd be cool, but if I got a dragon, I can fly.
There
I
you
can go
You've
anywhere.
been watching some movies, all right. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille. Hey, pull that one out. I can't blame you on that one. I like that one. All right. Auburn, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Man, I don't know. The most recently, I just watched the F1 movie, the brand new one, and I think that's like,
It's on the top of your list?
oh yeah, that's the top 3 right there. So,
All right. Auburn, would you rather live in a world made of Legos or made of candy?
I would say Legos because you make anything.
There you go.
So.
All right. Gavin, would you rather have unlimited clothes or unlimited snacks?
Clothes.
Clothes
Yeah.
over snacks. Okay. Sounds like a receiver. Right? Lyman would probably say snacks, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather never get tired or never get bored, Auburn?
Never get bored. I feel like I want to sleep. I want to take some good naps. So,
Okay. All right. These are going to be fast ones. Are you ready? Just going to jump back and forth. So I'm going to point to you. You got to be ready. You're up first. All right. TikTok or Instagram?
TikTok.
Okay. Pizza, hamburger.
hamburger.
Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Call or text?
Call.
Hoodie or jacket?
Jacket.
Sneakers or slides?
Sneakers.
Math or English? Ooh, got him.
Math.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
Okay. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
All right. Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream.
Man, I did not have you guys pegged at all. That's good, though. That's good. Some good surprise answers.
Keep it on your toes.
Hey, exactly. You're keeping defenses on your toes. You guys are doing a good job. What's one of the things that, as you think about Friday Night Football, because not everybody gets to come out of that tunnel and run out and see that crowd, right? What's one thing that you're going to miss about Friday Night Football?
The adrenaline.
Yeah.
And just being with your friends and they're all feeling the same thing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Auburn, thinking about that in the future? I mean, you're just a junior, so you still got some time, but it's going by fast because I can remember you as a freshman, right? You've grown a little bit. Gotten a lot faster.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I would say the environment. I feel like running out that tunnel and just seeing everybody and just on that third down, just not be able to hear anything. Just
Oh, yeah.
It's just amazing. I love it. So
Yeah, that crowd. And you have to give it to Raider Nation, but you guys have to get Raider Nation to show up on Thursday against Chaparral because this is going to be the breakout game. Ralph's going to get back on track. But it takes that Raider Nation showing up and being loud. Student section has been really loud. Those guys banging on the trash cans, painting their bodies up. And, of course, I take a picture of them now because in 10 or 15 years, they're not going to be that skinny and look that good with paint on themselves. But maybe they'll be at an NFL game, right? You know, cheering on Christian McCaffrey at the 49er game or something. I don't know.
never know.
You never know. You never know. Guys, we appreciate your time. Last thing before we let you go is we want to wish you health and good luck for the rest of the season. 4 games left. Guaranteed 4. Looking for that 5th one, right? That means playoffs, okay? We've got to take care of Thursday first, so we want to wish you guys good luck. Any shout-outs? We'll start with you.
I'm going to go to Raider Nation and my family, and then my brother. He's the reason why I wear number 4, so.
Nice.
Of course, my parents over there and my sister and my brother-in-law.
Okay, look at you. And we all have to shout out to one special guy. Who is that?
Coach Elrod.
Coach, well, how God, Coach Elrod, not that special. Reed Henson, the cowboy caller, shows up this week. We're giving you a shout out. See how? So, see? Just got to keep them happy. Those linebackers are kind of crazy. Yeah, especially Reed. But anyway, we appreciate you guys joining us here on Inside Raider Nation. And good luck on Thursday, and we'll see you out there on the field. All right,
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you guys. We're going to take a break.
Thank you.
Come back. We'll have more of Inside Raider Nation right after this.
Mercy Veterinary Hospital, we treat your pets like family. From the moment you walk in, you're greeted with a smile and a compassionate team. Our experienced technicians handle your pets with the care they deserve, and our veterinarians truly listen, advocate for your pet's health, and provide expert medical care. We offer everything from routine wellness and vaccines to internal medicine, soft tissue and orthopedic surgery, spays and neuters, dental procedures, and breeding support. Mercy Veterinary Hospital, compassionate care, expert medicine, and a team who truly cares. Call us today or visit our office off Ronald Reagan Boulevard in Leander.
Yeah, during the break, we were measuring ourselves against Adrian's picture there, and no comparison to Adrian Agbasoga, but we appreciate all the guys joining us here on Inside Raider Nation. Coach Elrod, we've talked at length through soccer, through football, and you're one of the old school guys, so obviously you've been around for a long time. I remember
17 years.
Yeah, I remember when the beard it was just brown, but now it's kind of gray.
It's
like mine.
grayed fast.
So it's those blonde highlights, as I like to call them.
Yeah.
I don't think we've interviewed you a little bit. I don't think we've ever gone through rapid fire questions with you.
I don't think so, yeah.
Yeah, and calling plays is not like, okay, I got plenty of time. It's sometimes tempo, right? So
Yeah.
it's kind of fast.
We
So
like to go fast.
we're going to see if you like to go fast on this one. Are you
Perfect.
ready?
Let's do it.
All right, beach or mountains?
Beach.
Last song you listened to?
Long Tall Texan by, was that Del Watson?
Oh, I was going to say, okay. All right, can you whistle? Are you a good dancer?
I'm a great two-stepper.
Two-stepper, all right. Dream vacation spot?
Anywhere beach. I love the beach.
Okay, would you rather be rich or famous?
Well, some people think I'm already famous.
Okay.
I'm so rich, I guess. My wife would prefer rich.
Can you keep a secret?
I haven't told yours yet.
Okay, appreciate that. Glad you walked right into that one. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
I would be tall.
Would be tall. It'd be taller. Favorite? What makes you laugh every time?
I laugh at it. I like to have a good time. I find something to laugh about. I don't know.
Okay, you ever cried during the movie?
No, I'm a tough guy.
Okay, that's not true. Which movie was it?
Old Yeller.
Old Yeller.
I
right?
will cry every time in Old Yeller.
All right.
No doubt.
Would you time travel to the past or the future?
The future.
Okay. Have you ever broken a bone?
Which leg?
Which-
which finger?
Which finger, which leg? Are you
Yeah.
afraid of the dark?
No.
Are you afraid of heights?
Yes.
Are you sure you're afraid of heights or afraid of falling?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I'm afraid of heights. Yeah.
One word to describe yourself. In shorts, not in words you can use.
I would like people to think I'm a nice guy.
Nice guy?
I try to be a nice guy sometimes, I guess.
Sometimes.
I
Sometimes.
try to be a good person. I
Yeah.
hope they say good person.
Good person.
Good person.
Good dude.
Good
I
dad.
would- yeah.
Good dad,
Yeah.
good husband, good
There you
coach, whatever.
go. Good dad.
Good dad. Good guy.
Good guy. Yeah. Encompasses all of that. Husband, right?
Hopefully.
Husband, dad.
Depends on what day of the
Brother,
week. Depends
yeah.
on what group you're talking to. might say jerk. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're describing yourself, so you get to choose. They don't have to worry
I
about
want to say
everybody.
good guy. I'm gonna
Good
go
guy. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. All right. Well, we just had to give you a little bit of a hard time, and you passed with flying colors, as always. So we're going to go into the players of the week,
Absolutely.
and we're going to talk about those guys. We'll start down, I believe, with teacher of the week, sports.
Yeah, Jeff
med.
Paris, teacher of the week, man. He does a lot of stuff with our Aspire kids, our 504 kids. Just great guy, always in the cafeteria. Big supporter. Yeah, sports med, Andrea, she does a great job. Always that group's fun to be around. You talk about making me laugh. That group makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And then Oak Cookie, little brother, Jordan, does a good job. We used him to try to represent some of the Georgetown receivers, and he did a good job. And Coach Mann was very adamant that he earned that this week. So.
Yeah. I mean, elite team player of the week, that's so important. People don't realize it's one of those things, like hidden yardage. goes unnoticed sometimes, and definitely not unnoticed by the coaching staff. We'll go to freshman gold.
Wyatt. Yeah,
Yeah.
that gold team, they're battling. I mean, we're looking, we're making breakthroughs week in and week out. Sometimes the score doesn't dictate that group. They're growing, they're learning, and they're fun to be around. We call them the Avengers, and
But
they're fun to be around.
I tell you that game when they played against Cedar Park, when they scored that touchdown, of course, it's kind of been feast or famine with the scoring for them. But that was so exciting for all of them, for the parents, for the crowd. It was good to see, and you saw the smile on those faces.
That's what
and
it's
they kept
about.
scoring, right? And
That's
it
what
was
it's
like,
about.
okay, you're starting to come out of their shell. They're starting to see that success, which is so huge. Then we'll go over to the defensive side for freshman gold. Maddox Stillwell.
Yeah, interception. He's a great kid, always wanting to learn, always asking how he can get better. Yes sir, no sir. Sometimes too much yes sir, no sir versus
Too nice, right?
too nice.
Yeah.
But works his tail off and plays offense, plays defense, special teams, and going to be a good kid for us in the future.
And then on the offense, we'll go to Race.
Yeah, a little running back. Yeah, just those guys run hard. Just trying to find those yards when they can, and he's doing a really good job. Hits the hole hard, and it's hard to tackle at times, and falls forward, and that's what you want in a running back.
Yeah, and then I believe it's Christian on the overall. Carter.
Carter Muir.
Christian.
Yeah,
His brother.
Carter, stepped out of shell, plays slot receiver, tall, skinny little kid. Got to put some weight on him this offseason.
Just a freshman, right?
Just
So,
a freshman. But yeah, we ran a few things. He caught some big catches, got a big touchdown against Georgetown, and did some really good stuff. So.
And then the freshman maroon team, Special Forces.
Go Nathan. Yeah, he's another kid, bright future for us. Big kid, going to just continue to put on muscle and learning the game of football, and flies around, has a great attitude, and really excited about that young man.
Yeah, and then on the defense for the freshman maroon, name that you're going to hear
Yeah.
a lot of, Nolan Jones.
Nolan Jones. That's a special young man. He's gonna, us offensive coaches want him, defensive coaches want him, and Coach Mann gets to have the final say in that young man. But that's a kid that he changes the game on whatever side of the ball he's on.
Yeah, he's been overall and offensive player and on the
Absolutely.
defensive side, and of course Hudson Allen on the offensive side.
Linebacker, looking like just tight end kid, just looks good, man. And he's mean. He's mean. He likes contact and likes to hit people.
Yeah, that's half the battle, right? Especially
Absolutely.
with a physical game like
Absolutely.
football. And then overall for the freshman room, another sibling.
Another
right?
sibling, Peter. Yeah, and just same thing. Runs hard. He bounces off. You can't tackle this guy by yourself. Just strong lower body, and then turns around and plays linebacker on defense, and just mean there too. Just like his mentality, just go after it. Not flashy, just goes to work.
It's that Will Wright work ethic.
Yeah.
Try to say that really fast. I tried to. Again, a sibling. He's seeing that next level.
Yeah,
and
he's seen his brother Ben. He's seen Lincoln.
Ben, yeah.
You got two older brothers that play in the trenches, and you're a skill kid. You better be tough because they probably beat on.
They're
going to
make you tough,
They're
right?
going to make you tough.
Yeah. Then we'll jump over to the JV side with the Special Forces, and again, Savi Armendariz.
Yeah, Savi just week in, week out, consistent, and then also plays defense. He's not just a kicker. He plays corner, plays DB, all that kind of stuff. And then, as we know, he's also on the soccer team, on the varsity soccer team. So, man of many talents.
Yeah, and then on the defensive side, again, this time, there's some of these kids. It's like, okay, you see them during the game, and you're like, okay, I'm voting for that guy because he's all over on the defense side, offensive side. But again, some of these guys just unsung heroes, if you will, right?
Aiden, another guy, just started on the freshman goal team and then just continued to grow. And you can see in his arms and leg that he's hit the weight room, and just another kid, on the defensive line that's just growing into his body and growing into the position. And hopefully, as he continues to develop, continues to put on the weight and the muscle, and gives us another body down there. Yeah,
for sure. And then on the offensive side for the JV, always good to see the big offensive linemen get this. And Jaden has worked really hard. I've seen at center, and then play some on the defensive side. And he actually loves that. So
Jaden's doing a great job, great attitude. Just does what we ask him to do and doing his best to get it done.
Yeah. And then the overall JV Player of the Week for Georgetown, Win Wallace, quarterback, and he's coming into his own. I think that's where you develop, right? I mean, that's you get those reps at the JV level.
Absolutely, he's having to be the gunslinger back there, and he's having to make checks and call protections and check this and look at that, and he's doing a great job.
Yeah. And then we'll jump into the varsity Players of the Week, and we'll go to the Special Forces Player of the Week, Mr. Metis.
Yeah, Peter. He just, if it's big return and we scared them, they pooched it the rest of the night. And then if it's catching punts, Peter's just another young man, been on JV last year as a junior, stepped into a senior role, and as his position coach, I couldn't be more proud of that guy right there.
Yeah, and there you can see that in the triple coverage there. Concentration, that defender looked like almost had it.
Absolutely.
I don't know when this middle picture, when that happened, but that's typically the way he comes off the field after a play, right? His helmet's off.
He takes a beating. You see the compression sleeve on his knee, on his elbow. That dude just takes a beating. He does all the hard work. He's ferocious in blocking. He gets the hard yards. You can see great hands, great vision.
Good example for those
Just
underclassmen too, right?
Example.
You know what I mean? So
takes care of his grades in the classroom. Just can't say enough about that young man.
yeah, and then we'll go over to the defensive side, which defense wins championships. Elijah Carprew coming into his own this week, and he had some good plays.
Yeah, I like Elijah coming in. He's been tested. He's been picked on. He's had a rough year. But I know that going against him all summer, going against him, in the fall camp, I know what the level of the skill that young man has, and he's starting to come in his own. His confidence is coming back, as you saw in the earlier clip. But he's going to, him and Miles they're tough at times, and I'm really excited that he was able to have that breakout game a little bit for himself and get some of that confidence back.
And then the Offensive Player of the Week this week, Georgetown, again, London Morgan. We've seen his name up there, and again, we could talk about his stats, we could talk about what he's doing, but I think just leading the team, I think, is the biggest thing, Coach.
Yeah,
that,
absolutely.
Is being a captain, right?
He's a captain. He's a leader. What most impressed me, obviously all the numbers on Max Preps, all the stuff, we can talk days and days. He's going to be a record holder at the end of the season in many categories. But the thing I was most impressed with, and I've always been a London fan, but when he said, "Hey, Coach, can we do this?" And he got the whiteboard and he was drawing plays and, "Hey, how do we check this? Am I on the right page?" And I was like, "Yep, let's do it." And when he did that and we executed that play, we actually ran it twice. The first time he overthrew Alfredo, and the second time he hit Auburn, as you saw in the clip. And I was like, "Man, that's special." That to me, like I said, I've always been a fan of but he proved to me he's a Saturday kid, and I became a fan.
Yeah.
Not only do I get to be around him as a coach, but I became a fan.
Yeah.
Now, when he doesn't make the right read, I'll yell at him. But he's a great young man.
Yeah.
Excited to get to see him and for his future.
Yeah, and just to stay healthy and continue doing what he's doing for that Raider offense. And then the overall Player of the Week, we've seen him once. We're going to see him again because he's going to come up here and get some camera time.
Yeah.
He's going to grab that championship
Come
belt.
get that belt.
Get that belt. Come up here and get his.
Yeah, you saw he lined up at Wildcat quarterback.
Yeah.
Got big yards. We lined him up at running back. He got big yards. We lined him up at receiver, outside of receiver, inside of receiver. He not only catches the ball really well, easy catches, hard catches, he catches the ball. And then the thing about him that makes it really fun to coach this guy is his willingness to block. And when he blocks, he is not nice about it. He's trying to pancake people. And so celebrate that thing, big dog, because it's fun coaching you.
Yeah, just take Reed, yeah? Take Reed's advice there. Reed's trying to get him to flex a little bit. Auburn says, "No, I'm going to flex on the field." There you go. He flexes off camera. He did it for him. These guys, I'm telling you. Again, congratulations to all the Players of the Week. Well deserved. Again, Coach, we're talking about, and we can talk about it as media. I know you guys are thinking about this week and this game coming up against Chaparral. We're talking about the future, and we see down the road. And we always look and you're like, okay, we're not even done with this season. We're just looking at the pipeline and kind of where it's at right now, kind of with what you're going to have coming back. And kids are going to grow over the summer. Kids are going to get in the weight room. And we've seen tremendous gains in the light. And what I can maybe say the last 3 off seasons has been probably the biggest gains that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
There's been some individual gains, but I don't think overall that we've seen the growth that we've seen in the last 3 seasons in the off season and now you're seeing it on the field, and everybody goes, okay, you're 0-3 in district, right? It's a tough district, probably the toughest in Central Texas.
You put
top
us
to
in the
bottom.
you put us in the Austin ISD district, and we're 3-0. You
Yeah.
put us in the Bastrop district with Elgin, we're 3-0.
Yeah,
You do all those things, but we're facing perennial teams. Georgetown is no joke.
yeah,
Cedar Park, no joke. I mean, we're facing legit talent, and as Coach Mann has said many times, we don't do a cake preseason schedule, and playing Liberty Hill in that slot T was not easy. Playing Midway against Coach Gillespie, who, what was it, 5 or 6 years ago, was
At
coaching a
TCU,
national
yeah.
championship. I mean, we don't schedule, like, we could pad our record if we wanted to, and we can go feel good about ourselves, or we can go be battle testing. And when these kids are getting these yards and these stats, they're earned. They're not just like, oh, well, you played whatever school and you got 10 catches. No, we played Liberty Hill and we got 10 catches. We
Yeah.
played Midway and we got 10 catches. We earned our yards, and that's something these kids, we finish the season, we're going to be 6-4, and whatever happens after that, fine. But at 6-4, they earn that 6-4. And I wish, and very easily we could be a play or two away from talking about being 6-0 right now. I mean, every single game we've been in it. Going into half, we as coaches, offensive coaches, we talked about, let's make this defense play 4 quarters. Let's not let them start subbing. And we did that, and we've done that week in and week out. And we're not a cake team that people put on their schedules thinking that's a guaranteed win. Coaches have to work, and we joke about it, and coaches have told us, it's like, well, man, why do y'all get up to play us? Coach, we know we have to coach because y'all are going to outcoach us, and your kids are going to play hard, and you're going to. All 3 phases are gonna be legit, and that's a compliment to us. And sometimes we're like, hey man, y'all can have a bad game against us if you want to, but it's a compliment to our kids, our program, our community, that when you are around the Rouse Raiders, you got to bring your A game.
yeah. You got to come with your lunch bell.
You
That's
got to
for
come
sure.
with your, and that's a credit to our leadership and Coach Mann. That's our namesake, Mr. Charlie, and then just our community. You saw we got 3 pages of sponsors, and that just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
People want to be a part of our program because it's done right.
Yeah.
It's done right, and that's I'm so blessed to be a part of this for so many years because of that.
Yeah. So one of the things, Coach, that we'll talk about is, we talked about it off air, your offense, and Phil and I had always talked, you reach 150 yards rushing, 9 times out of 10 you're going to win the game. We've been there. London came into against, I believe, Cedar Park, maybe it was Lake Belton. One of the games came in, leading all divisions in the state of Texas, 373 passing yards per game. So you have those numbers, and you're over 100 yards. You have 2 rushers, running backs, with Auburn, somewhat of running back and getting carries. You're at those yards, and now it's like, okay, that's still not good enough. We talked about almost 600 yards of offense, and you still lost the game.
Yeah.
What's it going to take this week? And we know it's going to be a collective effort. But what's it going to take for Rouse to be successful? Get back on track, because they have to this week. And it's not a must-win. I mean, you're not in that situation, but it definitely would help you out to get in the win column in this district, to kind of keep pace with kind of at least staying in the playoff hunt.
I think we just got to keep our momentum. We have proven that we can play with anybody. We're literally, and it's every game. There's 3 plays that you can have. It's a defining moment between a win and a loss, and literally that has been our case. And it's been in special teams, and our kids work their tails off in special teams. We dedicate so much time, and we just kind of translate what we're doing in practice to the game. We have great practices, great special team practices, and kids are doing an amazing job, and they're picking up because the way the thing goes sometimes. Defensively, we got to just continue to believe in the scheme and then believe in each other. And the same thing offensively, we got to just stay on track. We can't do somebody else's job. Do your job. And the old Bill Belichick thing, do your job, but it holds true. It holds true in all 3 phases of the game, and our kids are there. We just got to get the ball to bounce our way sometimes, and right now it's not.
Yeah, and I think a couple of the things that we look at from our standpoint, of course, we have the best vantage point because we're up there and we're the armchair quarterbacks, because we throw it to the tight end, he's wide open. He is, but it's in that situation, maybe that's not the right time, right? And there's always the right time. You're either chasing points or you're in a certain situation third and long, which we've always said, okay, third and long, what are they going to do here? What's the play call? And then you get, 3rd and 17, and you guys get 27 yards. And it's like, okay, I guess you just call that play again.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things that you have to look at for the offense to continue doing what they're doing is stay mistake-free, take care of the football. Those two you go back to the basics, right? Because it's not about the execution. It's not about the play design. Yes, you guys can come up with all sorts of pass routes and get the receivers open, hoping that a blown coverage happens by confusing the other team's secondary. But I think if this offense gets going and gets going early, you've sustained drives. You've had 14, 16, 18 play drives. You've also had the 2 play drives. And you've been able to have the explosive plays. And one of the things we talked about last week, and this goes into your group, is those receivers. Being able to stretch Chaparral vertically helps loosen up the underneath stuff, which now you get those players in space, the Auburn Davis, the Metis, Lopez, Reyes, Josh Park, backs out of the backfield. Now they're in space because you've been able to stretch them vertically. And I think that's what some people just see is like, well, just do what you've been doing. Well, that doesn't necessarily translate to a victory. But then also you got to think too, Coach, on the defensive side, because as an offensive guy, you're looking sometimes as to how our team's going to defend us and what can we do to break them down. At times, you've got to look at it from a defensive standpoint and go, okay, they're doing this. What's Chaparral doing that we've got to be ready for in this game in order for us to be successful? Like, okay, they're in a 4-front. They're in a 3-front. It's something that you're not used to seeing, right, in a 4-front. So it's a different blocking scheme. All these pieces have to fit together, right? And I think that's what people need to understand from a defensive perspective. And we talked about this, and Coach Mann and I talked last week of right there. You're checking lots of the boxes.
Yeah.
I think now what it comes down to, because you've seen the growth in the offseason, you've seen these guys in the weight room, you've seen these guys bought into all in on brotherhood. That's one of their mottos they came up with. I think now it comes down to the execution.
Yeah.
And that comes, football IQ comes into play because you're at this point in the season that you've been through adversity. You've been through those tough situations, and now you're getting the whiteboards out and you're drawing up plays. That tells you where these players are at in their mentality.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And so I think that's going to bode well coming into this last 4-game stretch. But as a coach, are you worried that there's going to be undue pressure put on themselves to go and try to push too hard?
No, I don't believe so. These kids, they believe in what we're doing. They trust us. We trust them. Yes, the pressure to want to win is there.
Right.
But I don't think the pressure of we have to do, like, just take it one day, one practice at a time, one play at a time. I know that's coaching cliche, but that's really where these kids are. I mean, it is, tomorrow we're focused on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday will take care of itself. Wednesday, we'll focus on our walkthrough on Wednesday, and we'll go support the freshmen at home. Thursday will be here before we know it.
But is it harder these days, in your opinion? And this is Coach Elrod and Sonny talking here. Is it, in your opinion, harder now because everybody wants to be viral? Everybody wants to have that special moment on film, or there's too many voices. There's too many coaches in the stands trying to tell them what to do. That are they listening to that? I mean, you see it and you hear it.
Yeah.
There's lots of things you don't hear, rightly so. But there's things that you do hear, and you know that they hear the same thing. So is there more of that going on, or are they able to block it out? Like, not only with just your group, but the offense, the team in general.
If you would ask me this question probably a couple of years ago, I'd have said absolutely.
Yeah.
This group, no, I don't feel that way with this group. I mean, there's going viral. It's going viral. I can go trip over that. I'm going to go viral.
Yeah.
I don't think they care about that. This group doesn't seem to care about that. They want to win.
Yeah.
That's all they care about. They're wanting to go make a play. They're not trying to make that play doing something that they're not supposed to do. So I don't think they care about that. I don't think they care about being that guy that gets viral or head topped or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff is. I mean, just like anything, you can clip anything off of film, and that corner might have head topped you one, or the receiver might have head topped you, but then you might have dropped 4 passes in that game.
Right.
So
right.
I don't see them worrying about that. The crowd noise. Our community's been amazing. We've nothing but supportive.
And that's hard to do, Coach. I mean, you're up against it, right? You're 0-3. A lot of people could question. You could talk all
And
the
those
stuff
people
that
are
you
probably
want.
out there,
Right, and those
but-
people are always going to be
but-
there, right? That are going to be second guessing
Yeah, absolutely.
everything that you do.
and rightfully so. They can.
They can, but
Yeah.
I don't think there's any group that's working harder than not only these players but the coaches. And it's not, again, for the wins and the losses. It's because you see the work they put in
Yeah.
to get to this point. That's, and I don't think people see that because they're not up at 4:30 in the morning.
No.
And they're not out there after
Yeah.
school. They're not in the weight room watching these guys. They're not seeing these guys not only do it. And shout out to the wide receivers for the academic sponsors or the academic
Yeah,
champions.
2 weeks in a
right?
row.
2 weeks in a row. These guys are doing it in the classroom as well. So
Yeah.
again, I think if you look at it as a fan, not knowing, and that's the reason one of the reasons we have Inside Raider Nation is to get behind the scenes and to hear these things and to see these things and to hear it from the coaching staff. And it's not lip service. That's one thing
No.
that I think this group, and you and I
Yeah.
have talked at length about each senior class being different.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own take, and every class is different. I don't think I've seen more tight-knit group in a long, long time.
Yeah. They're close. They're supporting each other. I see it across. I see it every day.
They hold each other accountable,
They
too.
hold. They
Oh,
do.
man.
They do.
Yeah.
They're like brothers. They get mad at each other. They say bad words to each other. I mean, they're competitive. There's some extra stuff, but at the end of the day, they have a goal,
Yeah.
and they're facing the adversity, but they're answering. I've been a part of teams that we've been in the same boat and we've shut down, and we're at the end of the year we were 2-8.
Yeah.
This team's going to be 6-4. And, the other teams are going to say, we're going to stop you, but this team's going to be 6-4 because they're going to put that work ethic. They're going to, and it starts Thursday with Chaparral.
Yeah.
And they're going to put that time in. The coaches have been busting we had a great practice this morning. They make our job so easy. This group is special. Not the most talented, not the biggest, not the fastest, not the strongest. We can say all the other stuff. They're football players.
Yeah.
They love the game. The things that we're able to do offensively and defensively is a credit to them. And we get to, same. We all yell at Sark on Saturdays because he didn't, we blame Archie Manning for making the wrong throw. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what read he's supposed to make.
Yeah.
Me and you both probably yelled at Brian Schottenheimer on Sunday, yelling at the
we
Cowboys.
did. Oh, yes.
We don't. We like to think we have an idea what should happen,
Yeah.
but it's just
We don't know.
if people want to talk, I'll get on a whiteboard with anybody and I'll show you exactly. I'm not scared of that. And
Yeah.
My very first coaching year, I heard "fire the midget" from the stands from some woman. It doesn't get much worse than that. So
I don't know. I heard one comment. I'm not gonna tell you. I
but
won't say that.
I know how hard Coach Mann pushes us. I know how hard Coach Ahurst pushes us on offense. I know how hard these kids work.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming, Coach.
It's
And
coming.
that's what we keep talking about. And you're checking the boxes, so that means it's going to click.
Yeah.
And I think when Raider Nation shows up at Gupton Thursday at 7 o'clock, can't be there, you can watch it on YouTube here for free. And I think they're gonna get in that win column. And I think then it's going to get things back on track.
Absolutely.
Winning solves a lot of problems, right? But it also creates some other problems because you know as well as I do, you can be successful, but there's still those problems that can come up, right?
Yeah.
And we're not going to worry about that.
Yeah.
That's for a whole nother show.
We'll take care of tomorrow. Tomorrow will take care of itself, and we'll
you
worry
go.
about Wednesday after that, and we'll go day by day and
back
get
to
better
it.
1% every day. That's what we do.
Every day, just get better, right? And
Every
that's
day.
what we're after.
Like the
So
good Lord says, don't worry about tomorrow, and you got
it's
your
got its
day's
own
problems.
Yeah.
Yep.
Today's got its own problems, and you'll miss out on those good opportunities. And we have definitely missed Coach Mann here inside Raider Nation, but filling in for him is Coach Elrod, done a great job.
I'm hoping I kept his seat warm and did a good job.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll let you know if you didn't. Probably.
Yeah, probably. We've been together so long. I don't.
Yeah.
I know his look. He probably looked at me like, "You're an idiot. You talk too much."
Yeah. Yeah. That's the pot calling the kettle black. Somebody you talk too much. I don't know.
Yes, my soccer girls think I talk too much. I'm like, channel my inner Coach Mann.
Coach Mann. Yeah, we appreciate Coach Elrod sitting in for Coach Mann. Coach Mann, we will see you next week, and we'll see you on Thursday pregame as I'll be back in the booth. So we appreciate Coach Elrod for joining us here on Inside Raider Nation, all the players that came out, and always the Rouse Raider Football Booster Club for all their support, all the sponsors. We appreciate them and what they do for Rouse Raider football, as well as bringing A to Z Sports Media to you guys. So everybody from the A to Z Sports Media team, the executive producer, Mr. Cody Franks, we appreciate him each and every week and what he does for A to Z, as well as Rouse Raider football. For Coach Elrod, sitting in for Coach Mann as co-host of Inside Raider Nation, I'm Sonny Zappetto, voice of the Raiders, saying good night and God bless. Until next time, and as always, go Raiders.